small businesses seeing? What are they doing? And what are you advising them to do in the face of all this trade war uncertainty and sort of recession fear that's out there?
Well, they're not seeing things that they like. I mean, the lights went off January 1st this year. I mean, we had boom times in 2018, and right now we see small businesses kind of hunker down, really. The numbers have not looked good. We saw a double-digit decrease last month in June, and that
in really, lending and borrowing.
In lending and borrowing.
14% drop in borrowing.
That's right, exactly. So 14% negative year over year, and that means that they just don't see the opportunity to buy more goods, put more people to work, make acquisitions, and they're just not confident right now. There's not confidence among the small.
Is there a way, Bill, to read that as, are they not confident because of the trade war, or are they not confident because we've had a 10-year expansion, and you know, business owners are smart, and they kind of know that eventually all good things must not come to an end, maybe, but roll over and slow down at some point?
Yeah, I mean, expansions don't die from old age, right? So we don't see that really as a driver. I mean, choose your poison today, right? There's enough things to cause small business to hunker down. There's certainly the trade issue. There's certainly uncertainties for a lot of businesses. And, you know, the confidence can evaporate so quickly for small companies. And that's really what we've seen. So the lights went out in January, and they really haven't come back on. They're kind of just, you know, putting a little bit of money to work, not really kind of going all in like they were in 2018. And that confidence can evaporate so quickly that we just think it's, you know, we've got to win that back with, I think, some policies and some trade capabilities for these small businesses.
Kerstin, you're on the front lines. I mean, your clients, your companies, they ship stuff around the world. They're right in the front of it. What are you advising these companies to do?
We're advising to invest now. It's very important.
Invest in what?
Investing in themselves and innovate. That's very important to keep up with China. The trade war is in place for two reasons. Because there is national security issues. We're worried about property, intellectual property, but also there is a big issue with China being so much ahead of the curve in terms of robots, AI technology, and we in
so
the
they're not
US
just
are
not just a low-cost manufacturer.
Yes.
We can't look at them as a place where labor is cheaper and they can make T-shirts for the United States.
And we missed that. We have missed the evolution of China. They have invested so much in them. They're high quality, they're high technology, high tech, very innovative, and they are very good in precision developments. So now look at the car industry. The car industry is suffering across the globe, not only the US, also in Germany. Germany was the driver, the big developer of good cars. Now China is developing e-cars. Go into Shanghai and you have e-buses in the biggest city in China, Guangzhou. E-buses everywhere. Look at other big cities, the German capital. They have a pilot.
You keep coming back to Germany for some reason. Yeah. One would think that you might be German.
One would think.
Yeah, guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
So let me ask you a difficult question. You are a German American. You're German by birth. You live in America. You deal with the world.
Yes.
Can America compete?
We're
in manufacturing?
falling behind, and that's an amazing question. What we see, and I travel the world, you're so great. Yes, it's Friday.
You're welcome back anytime, Dr. Braun.
It's Friday. We're falling behind. Look at what we're doing. E-cars, good example. Look at what is happening in the Silicon Valley. There is an erosion of talent. People go to southern China, Shenzhen, Guangzhou. That's where is a lot of development happening. And we lose people here. We lose talent because it's more exciting and more creativity in other countries, especially in China.
And what I see, Brian, is, I mean, these small businesses are a great source of an economic engine for the economy. And what we find is that when this confidence erodes and when they're not borrowing money to invest, we find that they actually capital dries up, and we just got to figure out a way to keep that capital flowing.
So there is a huge and you hear politicians on both parties, by the way, say this erroneous statement. They say that small business is the job creator in America. That's false. New businesses are the job creator in America, and new businesses by nature are inherently small. You don't start with 100 people.
That's right.
You start small. Are you seeing, Bill, new business creation? Because that's the real driver.
Yeah, that is exactly right, Brian, and it's a great point. And what we find is that business creation dried up and post-recession, and it has never really quite recovered. Partly because the capital is not there. The capital is not available for these startup companies, and the issue is we have to figure out a way to make that capital flow, and that's what we do for them.